Hello, welcome to this brief tutorial of your 22-23 CPP student tracking sheet. The sheet is very similar to last year, so I'm sure that you won't have any trouble with all the information on the 5 tabs. Let's go ahead and start with the first tab right here at the bottom left, underlined in blue, the 22-23 student tracking. This is the main tab because all the information that you submit in columns A through G is going to transfer onto the next 4 tabs, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Columns I through N are for DPS staff. If you see any flags on any of your students, but we haven't reached out to you to ask for more information or documentation, it just means that we're working on that student's enrollment. All right, column A is asking for a DPS student ID. I'm just going to type in an example to show you what that information does and what it means on the next tabs. Last name, let's go ahead and click Jones. First name, Allie. A birth date of, let's say, March 2nd, 2020. Next column is asking for the funding source. This column has a drop-down menu, and as Jaden mentioned during orientation, this year we will only have CPP, CPP double, and alternates. Let's go ahead and mark this student as CPP. Column F is to mark any of the students who have withdrawn, and column G is to submit the date of any withdrawals. Please do not delete any information once you have submitted a student, because as soon as you type in your student's information, we almost immediately start transferring that information to the DPS student database. So please do not delete the information. If any of your students withdraw, just mark them in column F and put the date in column G. All right, let's move along to the next tab. Right here, underlined in yellow, the funding summary tab. This is going to give you your allocation for slots, your infant and toddler students, and the balance left, how many slots you have left to assign. For this example, we have 10 allocated CPP slots, a total of 10. The second row here is for agencies who may have additional slots. This is where you'll have the number, but this is your grand total. Right here, highlighted, is the number of maximum students. It says maximum number of infant and toddler students, not slots, but students. What this means is that you can assign slots to 2 students. You would be able, right here we have a 2, you would be able to single slot them, double slot them, whatever funding you would like to assign to that student. It's just a maximum of 2 students. Right here in column E is the balance left. Right here it says assign slots in student tracking tab. This is telling you how many students you have in your tracking as CPP or CPP double. In this case, it's Allie that we assigned just 1 CPP slot. Yes, a total of 1 slot has been assigned. And the remaining slots we have to assign. Correct, because we had an allocation of 10 minus Allie's right here, so a total of 9 left to assign. Right here is telling me number of infant toddler students in student tracking tab. How many students do I have? How many IT infant and toddler students do I have in my student tracking tab? The blue, just 1, Allie. Let me back up with Allie over here. So the birth date, I think I did not mention this, but this birth date right here in column I is going to calculate the age of that child on October 1st. So this means that Allie will be 2 years old on October 1st. So this is calculating how many infant and toddler students I have in my tracking sheet. Yes, 1, just Allie right now. How many do I have left to assign? 1, because we can only enroll 2 infant and toddlers. I have assigned Allie as an infant and toddler, so I only have 1 left. And right here in alternate students, it's just giving you the alternate students that you will have in your tracking sheet. Next tab is the October attendance verification. Now here, as you can see, is Allie's record number. If we had marked her as withdrawn, she would be marked here as withdrawn and the withdrawal date. So these columns are frozen for you. You're just going to be able to see the student's information. Columns G through Q are to mark the attendance. And the markings are the same as last year. Absent, absence due to COVID, classroom in quarantine, entry, no school, present, professional development, and withdrew. The next tab, underlined in purple, is for the attendance verification for November. Again, Allie's information is right here, so that's transferred automatically. You just have to put the markings on columns G through Q. Now, if a student withdraws before, let's say, October 25th, and you're going to put the marking, that student will be marked as withdrawn here. They are the same markings here as October. Please make sure that all your enrolled students have an attendance marking, even if they're alternates. The last tab is the Students' Risk Factors tab. Again, this information came from the blue tab, and right here again it's telling me the age of the student on October 1st. Allie will be 2 years old on October 1st. If that student had withdrawn, it would be marked here. And here you have the risk factors from 1 to 10. Each risk factor will have 3 columns with a drop-down menu to choose the risk factor. The next column is going to ask you how you verified that risk factor. If you choose other, it will highlight in yellow, and you will have to type in how you verified that risk factor. It was other. What that means is that it wasn't on this list, so you chose other. Just type in the information. And that is it. Hopefully, you remember how easy this can be. Everybody has become an expert on their tracking sheets, and we really appreciate your diligence when you submit your students' information. Please do not hesitate to contact Jane for any information on infant and toddlers, or Tiffany Hensley. She will be doing most of the enrollment this year for our community sites. Thank you.